Hey guys, so I've been wanting to really do this video because press-on nails are kind of in right now. I started doing press-on nails because my order came in, but it was always a tough way to measure. Like I watched a lot of videos trying to find the best way, and none of them really were spot on for me because even though press-ons are not a perfect fit, they should be as close as possible with a custom nail. So I realized that this method works for me. So I figured, let me show you if any of you are having a hard time. So let's get into this here. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper, and on the paper, I wrote right and left hand. Then you're gonna label each finger: thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. Okay, so obviously you need a pen to write that. You're going to need not just a pen, you're going to need an ultra fine tip marker. So you have fine tip and ultra fine. I use ultra fine because if you can see, it gives us very thin strokes, which is what you're gonna wanna measure up when you're marking the millimeter measurements. So if you can see, you have the inches. You're also gonna need a bendable. So let me finish telling you what you need. So you're gonna need an ultra fine tip marker, a bendable measuring tape. You're gonna need Scotch tape. I'm using the Scotch Magic tape, the one that doesn't have the gloss on top, because I find it's easier to mark. You're gonna need paper and a pen, and you're gonna need your set of nails, okay, which are labeled, and you're going to have to measure each one, which is what I've noticed, that you have different sets of nails. So as you can see, for example, this number 3 on this Coffin nail is much narrower than this number 3. Can you see that? Then this number 3 on this active length nail. You see, it's a different measurement. So what I'm going to do is pre-measure each of the sets that I'm offering for my clients. So I'm offering this nail, a Coffin nail. I'm offering this sporty tip nail, but I'm measuring each one. So let me kind of show you what I mean. I'll put that back. We'll do this one because it's easier to do. So if you're the nail tech, you're gonna ask your clients to give you these measurements. They're gonna take the paper, they're gonna write down each finger, okay? They're going to get a piece of tape, and we're gonna go with thumb first. You're gonna put the tape over the nail, okay? And as you can see, our nails are not flat. Now my nail, I have a gel manicure on it, so it's a little harder than it's supposed to be, but you want them to take this measurement with their natural nail with no product on it, in its kind of bendable shape form, you want to say. So we're gonna put the tape on, okay? As you can see, we're gonna go to the corner because you want the nail, the press-on nail, to match the corner. Are you zooming in this? So you're gonna take the pen, and we're gonna go all the way to the corner. You're gonna do a really fine line. You're gonna go to the other corner, the outermost corner. You're not gonna go on the inside of the nail. You're gonna do that where you see the outermost, by the skin. It's always better for the press-on nail to be a little bit wider, because if the client wishes, they can just file it in on the side instead of it being short. So this is the measurement. They're gonna get the thumb, okay? This is what the client is going to do. If you're the nail tech, what you're gonna do to set up for your measurements, asking your client to measure, is you're gonna have this measurement here. So what I'm going to do as the nail tech, I'm going to pre-measure all my nails. So I'll take a number 0, okay? Let's do it this way. Nail tech vantage point, sorry. I have a 0 here. I'm gonna put the tape over the tip as how the client's gonna put it on their nail. Can you see? Because then you will be measuring that same apex. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just, you know, there. So what I'm gonna do is at the midway point, about the midway point, I'm gonna keep that line very thin and mark it. Just want my marker. Okay. And I'm gonna go do the same thing on this side, right where the midpoint is, and I'm gonna give it a quick mark. Nail tech, vantage point. Okay, so I'm going to, per se, let's say we're gonna do it like this. Nail tech, I'm gonna write, these are my active tips. This is my size 0. So I'm gonna put that here. See? Now I'm gonna take my tape measure. I'm gonna start on the millimeter marking. On the back of the inches, you have 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, etc. In between those markings are millimeters. So we're gonna start on the line. Okay? Can you see that? And you're gonna count. If you wear glasses, you need the glasses at this point. We're gonna count each one. Starting with the first line as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This says 21. So my 0 is equal to a 21 on my active tip. Okay? So let's do another one. We're gonna get another piece of tape.
Sure.
You think it was 20? No. No.
Because would you count that first
Yes,
one?
you count the first one. You always want to make sure your client, whatever you count, you have to make sure your client counts that. So I'm counting each line. You get it? Okay, so we're gonna put the tape on our number 1, and we're gonna do this for number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way till 9 or 10, whatever the tip box goes up to. Okay, here we go. Midway, let's mark it very thin, okay? Over here, let's mark it very thin, okay? Take it off. We're gonna stick it down. Sometimes the numbers can come very close. Just get as close as possible. Okay, we're gonna line it up. Okay. The reason why you wanna use a really fine point is because you wanna get it as fine to this line as possible. So now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So my number 1 is equal to 19 millimeters, okay? So we're gonna keep doing that all the way. You're gonna measure your number 2 nail, your number 3 nail, your number 4 nail, all the way down, okay? So now, if you're the client and you're measuring, we're gonna go back to this side. You're gonna take your right hand, your thumb. You're gonna take the tape. I hope you're following me so far. I've realized that this works for me the best way, okay? So now, we're gonna mark the corner, okay? And then we're gonna mark the other corner. Now I'm gonna put my thumb measurement there, and I'm gonna measure it. Let's count. Okay. If you're not sure, it's always best to go up a millimeter. Better to be bigger instead of smaller. Line it up as best as you can. We're gonna stop at this mark right here. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. My thumb is an 18. So say my client, so you would tell your nail tech, okay, my thumb is an 18 and I would like an active length tip if that's what she offers, whatever she offers, okay? So as the nail tech, I would take this measurement, the 18, and I would look and I would say, okay, on my active length tip, go down and say, okay, a number 2 would be an 18. I didn't measure it yet, but let's just see. I hope you're following me. But let's just see a number 2, what it would be. Okay. Right there. Oops. And the other side, right along the line on the edge. Okay, take that off. Let's stick it down and let's count. Let's count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, boom, 18. So my number 2 is equal to an 18. So back to the client, if she tells you her thumb is an 18, I say, okay, she wants active length tips. My active tips, a number 18 measures a number 2 nail. Okay, that was my nail, right? This was the number 2. As you can see, boom. This would be my fit. Remember, my nail has a gel on it, so it's hard, it's not bending. If it was, it would bend a little softer, and this would go right under the nail, okay? So you can see. If you hold it this way, that would fit me, right? So let me stick it with a little sticky so you can kind of see. I'm gonna put a little adhesive there. A number 2, that would be the number 2 right there. And as you can see, that would fit me. So I hope this helped, this way of measuring. The press-on nails are not perfect. They're not gonna be perfect. Your client needs to understand they're not gonna be exact, but they can get very close. So one more tip for my nail techs. These are active tips. Let's just say, just wanna make sure you understand, let's say I have my Coffin tips, which are different. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's get out a number 2 for my Coffin. I have the tape. You see this Coffin has more of a C curve, so the nail is totally different. So let's mark the middle. Out there, okay? Because that's gonna be about, let me see, about 3. Yeah. Let's go a little high up, and let's go right there. Okay. And the benefits of using the fine tip marker is when you're pressing, you won't get any smudges, okay? Keep your lines fine though, because when they're thick, it can go either way. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So in a Coffin, my number 2 is a 17. You see? Versus my active tip, the fatter one, my number 2 was a 18. You see the difference? So I really hope this video helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the description and I will be glad to help you, because it was so frustrating for me trying to figure this out to get the best way for me to measure and to tell my clients to measure. So I hope this helped, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video.